Hello, my darlings. It's Aisling Mooney, Angel Intuitive, Spiritual Business Mentor. And I am popping in today with, not with your angel messages, which is the videos that I normally do, but talking about big changes for 2022. And that includes changes that I'm making personally in my life, and also just tuning into the changes that are happening globally. And I'm also going to talk a little bit about this 3-year cycle that we're in. So 2020, 2021, and 2022, and what that's going to mean for us. So I have some notes. I'm going to make sure that I don't miss anything. But I'm hoping that by the end of this video that you have a bit of insight and a bit of clarity, maybe just by me sharing my ideas, what my intuition is telling me, and the changes that I'm making in my life, and the reflections that I've made on the last few years. Maybe that might help and support you in your life to trust yourself, trust your intuition, and to that it might just give you a little bit of inspiration and support and clarity around that. So I'm going to jump in. I'm going to talk about the changes that I'm making personally and in my business, and then a little bit of a breakdown of those 3 years. And then I'm going to talk specifically about changes that I'm going to make in my main community space, which is the Angel Circle membership online. So I'm going to talk about some specific changes that are going to happen in this year, and that will make sense when I tell you about what I think this year is about. So so if you don't know me and you're just popping onto this video and you're like, who is your woman? My name is Aisling Mooney. I'm an angel intuitive. I'm also a spiritual business mentor for light workers and spiritual entrepreneurs. And I'm also an author of the book Angels Are With You. And I am the creator of the Oracle deck, soon to be released in February. The Oracle deck, Angel Messages for a New Earth. So in a nutshell, the two parts of my mission or my passion in this world, what I think is my reason for being here at the moment, part of that is to normalize working with spirit and angels for everybody, so that it's as simple as having a cup of tea. Having a cup of tea with a friend is the same as connecting with your angels and having a spiritual life. That's a big part of my mission. And I do that. I teach and talk about that and share about that, and hopefully enable that to happen in the world with all the products and services and the community that we have of Angel Lights. So I do that. And then I also have another big part to my mission in the world, which is to support light workers in business, spiritual business owners. So if that's you watching this, it's not your first rodeo here with me. You probably have heard me speak about this many, many times, that as light workers, we also need to get paid, deserve to get paid for our healing gifts in the world, and that we can create a sustainable and profitable business from our using and sharing our healing gifts. And our light is really needed in the world right now. So they're sort of my two areas of passion. And I have jumped in and out of business. I'm in business probably 20 years. If you think about when my first angel circle that I ever did, in the spiritual realms, for, I don't know, since I was 16, I had my first sort of visitation from spirit. And then in my 20s, I started working with angels. So this is the short version. There's lots of videos out there that you can go in more in depth into different areas of my life and learn a little bit more, but that's the short version. And I'm online. I have a spiritual business online probably about 8 years now. So actively connecting with people globally, internationally, and teaching and talking about angels and spiritual business. So that is me. If you have any questions for me throughout this video, wherever you're watching it, just post a comment and send me a DM, an Instagram, PM, and Facebook. And you can always email us at support@email.com. and myself or one of my team will respond and help you out if you have any questions. But anything that's resonating, just please comment wherever you're watching this video, because something might come for you and it might spark something for someone else. So that is where we are. If you want to know about anything about me, you want to get notification of any of these changes, any of these things that I'm speaking about, you want to get on our list, just go to ashlingmooney.com and you'll get on our email list there and you will be notified. That's the best place to communicate with me, because I'm in different communities, but honestly, you get on the email list and you'll get at least our weekly email telling you what's new, what's coming, and what opportunities you can avail of in these two areas of spirituality and business. And I have a big announcement to make towards the end of this video, and it's really to do with the changes in the Angel Circle membership and an opportunity for you to join if that's calling you. So I'm going to jump into these. So like this year, 2022 is Indigo Energy. I'm wearing indigo, it's my favorite color. It's the color of Archangel Raziel, and it's healing, ancestral healing, it's past life healing, it's taking gifts that you've learned in past lives and bringing them into this life, it's generational healing, it's karmic cleansing and balancing, it's realizing that all paths, all roads lead to God, and it's really a path of enlightenment and completion and personal self-development. So that's the energy that we're in this year. So that's going to make sense as we look at these 3 years. And I would really love to hear if you're getting similar information from your own soul, from your angels. I'd really love to hear about your thoughts on everything that I'm saying. But I've been thinking about 2020, 2021, 2022. When I opened the Angel Circle in January of 2020, I didn't know that 2 months later we were in a global pandemic, and I would need that group. You know, I hosted it, I led it, I facilitated it, but that I would personally need that level of, like, that has literally supported me through the last couple of years. But 2020, if I could pick a year for that year, it is revolution. It is radical change. It is radical change in how we socialized, how we communicated with each other, how our businesses changed and our lives changed. Who didn't have a Zoom night with friends in 2020 or the last 2 years? How our governments changed, how data collection changed. And there were so many changes across the globe that were completely unforeseen by anybody. We touched on it as light workers, you know, we knew something big was coming, but none of us could foresee exactly what 2020 was going to look like. But dramatic, revolutionary change, challenging on so many levels. And that was the beginning of it. And then 2021 for me was the transition year. So to explain that just from me personally, and I'm not saying that there wasn't challenges and there wasn't a shitstorm, you know, in any of those years, you know, it has been challenging on so many levels. However, 2021 for me has been a growing energy of acceptance and reprioritizing life and business. So like really everything was like just revolutionized in 2020, and now it's like, okay, this isn't going away. This is, you know, business as usual. I don't think that's ever going to, it's not going back to the way it was 2019. It's just not going back. And some of these changes that have happened in the last couple of years and will continue to happen for 2022, there's no going back. There's no going back in some areas. So 2021 for me was an acceptance, was a reprioritizing. What is really important to me in my life and in my business? How do I want to change? What do I want to let go of? What am I ready to release? In lots of ways, we were forced to release and then it's sort of, okay, I'm going to let that go, but I'm also going to stand up for myself. So there was a lot of that in 2021 where people just said no, and we're going to come into that because that's going to be big energy in 2022. But 2021 was remembering what's important, coming back to love, self-love, self-care practice, and a lot of women gathering in communities, becoming empowered, connecting with each other and supporting and gathering together. So a transition year. That is the way I see it. Of course, that's a nutshell, fucking hell, describing 12 months of, you know, it's a nutshell. So if you have a different experience of that, I would love to share. I would love you to share with me in the comments or whatever. Now, 2022 for me, so we've had revolution, we've had transition, and 2022 for me is a breakthrough year. It is a breakthrough, breakout, opt-out year. It is literally the year where we go, okay, this ain't going away. We are not going back to normal as it was 2 years ago. There's a new normal being created because of this revolution and this transition that we've been through in the last couple of years. So if we're not going back to normal, what is my life going to look like? What will I not tolerate anymore in my relationships, in my career? You know, and it's the breakthrough year where people are saying, I'm not going back to working in an office 40 hours a week. And people are leaving their jobs, their careers in droves, changing career, that people that can. And people are also putting their families first, and they're like, I'm not going back to a full-time position outside of the house if that's going to interfere with my family and how I can care for them. So it's a big breakthrough year and a big year for saying, no, this is the way I want to do things. And that's going to be challenging because it's going to be outside of our comfort zone, but we've been preparing for that for the last 2 years. So career changes, relationship changes, changes to our ideas around health and the options that we have, and okay, let's create our own options. People opting out of social media. I'm just leaving the metaverse. I became so overwhelmed last week that I logged out on my phone, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I just logged out of those three because they were just consuming so much of my time. And I was just like, I'm just opting out of this. I'll still use them as a tool when I'm at my desk at the computer and in work hours, but they're not going to take up personal space on my phone or in my life. I have other things that I want to do at that time. So that was, you know, I just opted out. Also opted out of communities that might initially have seen good places, but then I was in a community recently and I thought it was really great and it expanded really quickly. It went from 0 to 18,000 members in a very short time, of people that were just literally outside of the box of society. And I really loved the group, talking about different things. And then in the last week, it started to get a little bit hate, blame, shaming, judging. So I just left that community. So it's like, it's just going to be a year of no, I'm not doing that. We've had so much taken away from us that we took for granted, that it's like, now we're emerging into this new year, into this new world, and it's like, okay, this is not coming, and that's personal, relationships, you know, in all different, your health and all different areas, you know, friends and social lives and everything, but also in business, there's going to be big changes in the way that we market to our audience. There has to be deeper connection. People are not interested in sales emails all the time, and in just the way that you do business. You are going to want to more deeply connect with your community. So people will change their business models. I'm going to talk about a big change that I'm making to my business model And maybe by explaining that it might help you to understand this in a deeper way, and maybe nudge you to really follow through on some of the changes. You know, if you're a business owner, you've learned the go-to marketing strategies, and read all the books like me on wealth and business success and everything. But this is going to be a year for throwing out the books. And, you know, I take everything that is useful for me, and I'm going to create my own path, and I'm going to do exactly what the F I want with my business. So that's about, I had a request to affiliate partner with someone that I really love. I love their product, I love the person. And normally I would have been an easy yes. But this year I was just like, I'm not feeling it. So I just replied and said, hey, thanks for thinking of me, but I'm just not sure. So I'll have to reflect, I'll have to think about it, and I'll have to figure out what I want to do with my business and life. And then if that fits in, okay. But right now it's not looking like it's going to fit in. So it's just saying no to other business partnerships, no to marketing the same way. So if you're still want to continue to market in the same way as you did 3 years ago, this is not going to work. You're going to have to change radically. Lots of, this is my feeling, lots of aspects of your business, and particularly the way you market to your community, to your audience. What else have I got? No to launches. So I use launches in my business. I use the understanding of launches to launch products and services, but I'm going to approach it in a completely much more relaxed way. Things are going to change drastically for me in that way. We are going to want to connect in communities in a different way. And the big no, one of the big no's is around your time commitment. So you're going to get really, you know, if anyone has switched to homeschooling over the last 2 years, you know, your time, we're considering it at the moment, but we've all experienced some level of homeschooling in the last 2 years. No one, if anyone has kids, not one of us was unaffected by that. So, you know, and that has, for me, it has, okay, what literal time do I have for my business? I can't pass around here for hours and hours and, you know, just flow. No, I have to get very specific. These are the hours that I work, these are the times that I work, and then the rest of it is devoted to whatever, family, life, health. So 2022 is a completion year. It's a breakthrough year. So revolution, transition, and breakthrough. That they are the themes that I can see, and in the reflections that I've done on these last few years. So it's going to be a completion year. So let me know how this is resonating, if this is making any sense at all, if you're nodding your head and you're going, oh my God, that's what I've been feeling too. Or if it's just sparking something in you and you're thinking, I never thought about that, but now that you mention it, it sort of makes sense. And I want to add X, Y, Z. So just make sure that you leave me a comment or let me know how this is resonating. So changes that I am making. So one simple change that I'm making, we're moving again, the 4th time in 3 years. We're moving again, and this time to a house that we've bought here in Italy. And for anyone that doesn't know, I'm Irish, but I live in Italy, north of Italy, with my family. And we've been here 3 years. So yeah, one of the I can't remember what I'm saying. So changes that I'm going to make. Okay, so we're moving. We have lots of personal stuff happening this year for myself and my family. So that doesn't leave me a lot of room for business. So I'm going to change radically how I communicate with my audience, with you, my community, and also the programs and packages that I deliver. So, for example, you might be coming here every single week and watching my weekly angel messages. Over the last 2 years, I've done weekly, monthly, and annual readings, angel messages, giving you a forecast of what's coming. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to do an annual reading for this year. I am not feeling this. There's going to be so much radical change this year in this completion process that we're in, that I am just not even going to try to foretell or forecast. It wouldn't be supportive for me, and it wouldn't be for you. So I'm just not going to do that. So I've decided I'm opting out. Doing that this year. And if you look at my marketing strategy for the last few years, you're thinking, that doesn't make sense, actually, but I'm just opting out of that. So you won't see a forecast. And I'm not going to do the weekly messages either. I'm going to just show up with a monthly angel message for you every single month, related to the energy that we're in that month and any information that are any questions. And it's also going to be focused on my community of spiritual seekers and spiritual entrepreneurs, so light workers and spiritual business owners and anyone on the spiritual path. So monthly angel messages. The reason for that is I have a lot to say on different subjects, different topics, including other elements of spirituality and connecting with spirit, meditation, how we are evolving, how we are ascending as a planet, as a people, what I think is coming for us in our spiritual evolution. And I just don't have space in my calendar to talk about these things. And I'm also passionate about business, and I want to talk about business for light workers from all aspects, mindset and practicalities of spirit, of business, being in business, and manifesting. And I'm interested in so much. And I'm also very interested in social topics and social activism. I want to talk about climate change and how we as light workers can make a difference, small difference or big difference. You know, I want to talk about racism and this the patriarchy that we're in right now, and how that's like, this year is going to be the fucking breakdown year for that, big time. Not completely, but it will literally, yeah. So, you know, the society that we're in, how we as light workers can make a difference in the world in these different areas. I want to talk about racism. I want to talk about gender inequality. I am passionate about stopping direct provision. I am passionate about planting forests for the next generations in collaboration with my different charities. I'm passionate about philanthropy and how we can give back after we have given to ourselves, our communities, our families. The surplus will inevitably go back out into the world. And I want to be a model for that. And I want to talk about that more. And I want to just have deep conversations, not necessarily political, but really talk about what's happening in the world. What about our data, how that's been collected now? What about the health options and the difference in our health system that's happened over the last few years? As I said, I don't want to get political, but I do want to get real. I don't want to be la on a cloud and meditate and fucking, you know, meditate it all away, and it's not happening. There is an opportunity for us as light workers to participate, to create this new world, this new earth that is coming, whether we like it or not. So sometimes I like to do that la and go in a cave, my family cave. But more often than not, that's temporary, and I want to get back out and I want to make a difference. I want to talk about, and I think women have 80% of the spending power in their homes. So on a very micro level, we can create massive change, especially with the environment and with the products and the services that we use and bring into our homes. Our values around that can directly affect our family's environment, and if we all band together and did it together, we could have a global impact. So there's a lot that we can do as light workers, and I want to start talking about that. And I want to talk about business and success and the habits that I've developed over the years. I want to talk about the systems that I use in my business. I want to break it all down. I want to do life coaching. I want to do more. And in this current the way that I've been doing business the last few years, it doesn't facilitate me to grow or expand. So I'm opting out of all of that, and I'm breaking it down and shaking it up and creating new ways for you to connect with me online, whether in a free capacity or a paid capacity. And the next piece I want to move into is how I am showing up in my angel community and how that's going to change. So if you are watching this and you're already an angel light, which is what we call ourselves in the Angel Circle community, it's a membership community right now that's changing. If you are watching this and you love everything about the Angel Circle, I just want to reassure you that it is everything that you love is staying. So the incredible community space that we've built up over the years, the Ask Your Angel sessions that I do that you love coming on, where I riff and give you angel cards and you can talk about anything that you want or ask questions on anything that you want, and I channel messages for you, that's still there. Our coaching and connection call every single month, where we connect in with one angel, may not be an angel but more of the energy of the month, but I'll do some more coaching specific and supporting you in your life wherever you are at the moment. That's going to continue. Our mastermind, where you get together, we actually have a mastermind built into the Angel Circle where you get to spend some time with your peers. You get to bring whatever issues are on your plate at the moment, and with a community of loving, amazing community of bright, intelligent women, you get to you know, get some support around whatever issues are bothering you in your life or challenging you right now. So that's still there. The member spotlight is still there, where a member from our community comes and gives a presentation, a talk, a demonstration, whatever, meditation, whatever. That's still there, where we get to, the members of our community get to share their gifts. The online platform is still there. Everything is in there. Your 12 Archangel modules, 3 bonus courses on angels and spirituality, guardian angel, 3 meditations in there, connecting with your guardian angel, forgiveness course, 7 meditations in there, A to Z of angels in there, 26 videos on tidbits of information on every question you've ever had about angels is still in there. And we also have our completely free, for you as a member, the 3-day annual retreat that we do around summertime. The date might change this year, radical change, but that will still happen, and that is, I've read it for the last 2 years and it's incredible. So all of that is still there, my darling, so don't worry. The only thing that's changing with that material is that it's going to go through an upgrade, so it's going to improve in quality. The videos, the audios, the PDFs, and how we use the actual online learning platform, all of it is going to be updated and just improve in overall quality, including the sound quality, the video quality. It's just going to improve. So that's that. Then I'm going to add in an extra layer. So the extra layer is, I realized that 100% of the people that come to the Angel Circle are looking for a spiritual community where they can connect with like-minded light workers, earth angels, and talk and learn and develop, learn about angels, healing, spirituality. That is 100% across the board. That is one of the main top reasons that people come, find me, like my work, want to join our community. That's the top reason. And then about 70%, it's quite a high number in that group, are light workers, either have a spiritual business or want to create a spiritual business at some stage in the future. So there's a very big portion of people in that group that have a spiritual business and have a calling to get their spiritual gifts out into the world, and they need support. So I'm adding in an extra layer, and that literally a business layer into the Angel Circle. I'm going to stay with me. If you have any questions about this, post them in the comments and I'd be thrilled to answer them. If there's anything that's not clear, that you need more clarity around, just ask me questions, please, and I'll do my best to answer. Or, as I said, email support@ashleymooney.com. So we're going to add in a monthly Ask Your Angels for spiritual business. Completely. So if you don't have a spiritual business and you're not interested in ever having a spiritual business, you just want to be in the Angel Circle for the spiritual development, it's still going to be there with upgrades, with improved quality. So if you don't have a spiritual business, you don't have to think about anything that I'm going to talk about now. You don't have to attend any of this. It is all optional anyway. You know, you can, this is just, if you have a business, how I've thought about how can I support you. So we're going to have a specific Ask Your Angels for spiritual business owners, which is literally ask me anything about my business and I will answer current, literally what is happening in my life, what systems I'm using, how I'm spending money, how I'm receiving money, what salary I take from the business, what are my projections for the year, what tools would I recommend, not recommend, coaching, anything you want to ask, it's literally open. How I manage business and family and life, how many hours I work, whatever you want to ask, you can do it in that session. And we're going to have two, one at the beginning of the year, first 4 months, and one in the last 6 months of the year. So two business focus workshops, and they can be on anything: how to write your first book, create your first Oracle deck, create your first VIP offering, get your website, marketing 101, manifesting. That will be decided in the group what you want to focus on, and we'll have a full focus session a couple of times a year. We already have a couple of them in. I just added bonuses last year, just impromptu bonuses, so there's already a couple in there. But I'm more focused now this year that I want to get the community to decide what they want to learn and then jump in, and we'll have these two spaces over the year to really dive deep into these topics. There's going to be a monthly get it done session. These are invaluable in my business, in my life. Like, I literally come back to these over and over and over again, where I sit with my peers, we hop on Zoom, and we literally decide, this is what I'm going to do in this hour. This is what I'm going to focus on. And it's like literally, okay, go for the next 20 minutes and do that thing. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to write a blog. I'm going to do an email. I'm going to get my email set up. I'm going to create a free opt-in. I'm going to do a Facebook Live, whatever it is. But you go and you do that in that time. And then you come back and you celebrate with us, and we cheer you on and we support you. And but the miracles happen in a very short space of time when there's focused intention and we come together as a group. So that's going to happen monthly. Very exciting, really new development that I've never done before. We're going to have a directory of light workers. I don't know exactly when this is going to happen. I'm guessing in the next 5 months. But we're going to start to create a directory of members of our community. So if you're a light worker and you have a business, you can set up your profile. You'll be in that community. So it's like, if you are looking for a Reiki healer, you can literally go to the directory and you'll find somebody there that's in our community that you know, like, and trust. So that's in there. Everybody's going to get the Abundant Heart program completely free, added. So if that is my signature program, most popular program, it is €1,000. It's completely free, going to be added to the Angel Circle. And that will help you get your first program, product, service, course online, build your community, launch if you want to launch. It literally has everything that you need, and it's more or less over a 90-day period. So you get that free. That is literally €1,000 and you get that free. Then the spiritual business event, that was a roadmap to 6 and 7 figures. It was a live event that I recorded, and all the recordings are in there. That program is in there. So you get those 2 pieces on top of everything else. So I'm really excited. I hope you are too. And I hope that you're sitting there going, oh my God, I want to be part of this community. So these changes are coming in. Myself and my team are going to be working on them from now in the next few weeks, with the goal, please God, everything goes to plan, with the goal that the 1st of February, all of this starts to be implemented. I don't imagine it's all going to be ready in February, because I'm launching a deck of Oracle cards as well. But I do, the new program will be laid out and we'll be ready. So I'm also, this is the big thing. Yeah, I'm also changing from a membership business model to a program business model. So let me just explain that for a moment, so that you can get your head around this. Membership model means that you can sign up for monthly or annually a subscription, and that you can join and leave whenever you want or whenever it's open. But you can literally leave anytime. I realized that I didn't like it. I didn't like that model. I've had it for the last 2 years. I've tried it. I've tested it. It doesn't suit with my personality. It didn't allow me to grow a community. I had just over 300 people go through the Angel Circle membership in the last 2 years, which is fantastic. We currently have about 70 members in the Angel Circle. What I didn't like about the membership model is that when people join, even if you signed up for a year, say you're paying monthly every month for a year, once you leave, you lose access to all of the material that you've had access to over the year. You literally lose access to the learning platform. And it just wasn't sitting with me. And you also lose access to the community, to the Facebook group. So you build on your knowledge, you grow, you change spiritually, mentally, emotionally in your business over a year, let's say. And then you just leave and you go off and you do your own. And I mean, there is a place where, okay, it's my time, I'm done with this group or this path, and I just completely want to break and I want to change. And that's one, that's okay. But if you are like me and you want to remain part of a community, you want to be part of a community that you can grow with, and year after year after year, then the membership model for me doesn't work. So I'm going to change to a program model, business model. And the difference is that you pay once and you're in it forever. So you pay once, you get the material. Doesn't mean you have to consume all that material at the same time, but that you get the material usually over 1 year. You pay for the program over 1 year. So everything that I've spoken about, you get access to, and it's all released over 1 year's time. And you make your payments. You can make them one annual pay, one-off payment for the year, and you get everything that's in the program, or you can monthly installments towards your full program payment. But that it only is for a year, and you get access to everything forever and ever, and all of the upgrades that we make and all of the changes that we make. And that feels so much better for me. And it feels like it will allow this community to grow, to expand, and not for people to come and go. That just doesn't suit my energy. I'm a family girl. I love community. And, I created these communities because I needed that in my life. I needed spaces where I could go and connect with people. And what better way than to build and grow the community that I've known 2 years ago and 3 years ago, and I've seen them grow, and I've seen the changes, and I've seen myself. And then when new people, like I've been in communities like this, and when new people come into that community, it already has a very strong foundation. And the older members are almost gathering the new members in right from the word go, supporting them, helping them go through the material, stick it out, stay here, we're in this for the long haul. And it's just, from experiencing being in membership and from experiencing being in programs, I prefer the program model. So I'm switching. So the 1st of February, the program model is coming in to the Angel Circle. So if you're still with me, I know this was a big video, and I know I shared a lot. The Angel Circle membership is going through a name change along with all of these changes that I've mentioned. And from the 1st of February, it will be called, for the moment, Angels and Biz Alignment Program. Angels and Biz Alignment Program. So basically the alignment program, I'll call it for short, but Angels and Biz Alignment Program. And at the moment, if you decide to join us, if you want to join the Angel Circle, if you go to ashleymooney.com/members, the current page is there, the current pricing is there, and nothing that I've spoken to you about. It might start, if you're watching this later in January, you might start to see some information changing on that page, but the pricing won't change until the 1st of February. So when this program from the 1st of February, it will be $997, one installment for a year for all of this, or only 12 monthly installments of $97. So you will get everything that I've spoken about for monthly or annual payment. And after 1 year, you own everything. So it's yours, and you stay in the community for as long as you want. And you know, we get to grow together spiritually and in business. But right now the pricing is $670 a year, one installment, or $67 a month. So if you jump onto that right now, you lock in that for the next 12 months, that price. And then that's it. It doesn't go up, it doesn't change, and it ends after 12 months. So if you want to join the Angels and Biz Alignment Program, go to, for the moment, ashleymooney.com or ashleymooney.com/members, and you'll find all of the information. And you just join as an Angel Circle member, and then you will be just carried over into the changes from the 1st of February. But you'll have the current price, which is really great. You save a lot of money. If you buy the annual, you save over €330 you're going to save if you make an annual subscription, and not a subscription, sorry, a one-off payment. Or if you prefer monthly, you're going to save 30 quid a month. So that is it, my darlings. That is my unusual forecast for 2022. DM me, private message me, send me an email, support@ashleymooney.com. Myself or my team will get back to you if you've any questions. Go to ashleymooney.com/members and get all the information there. Now, next week, I'm going to have a Angels and Biz party. So there's going to be more information about that coming. I don't know what that's going to look like yet because I just decided this morning that it was going to happen. But that's going to give you a taste of, it's going to just start you off. It's going to be celebrating the new year. So, you know, make sure you're on my email list so you get notification of that. But I would say that if the Angel Circle is calling you right now, this moment in time, that you are thinking, oh my God, I want to be part of this community. I want everything that Aisling has spoken about. I want to be part of a spiritual community. I also, if you have a spiritual business, you get all that support included. I'm totally ready. I'm in. Then just go to ashleymooney.com/members and get yourself booked in there right now, my darlings. And that is it. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for listening if you listened so far. Sending you loads of love. It's going to be an amazing year. I'm here to support you. Make sure you're on my email list to get all of the content I'm going to share for the next year. Loads and loads of love, and mind yourselves, and see you soon. Hopefully see you in the Angel Circle / Angels of Biz Alignment program. Loads of love. Bye bye.